Good morning. Havoc, how's it going? Captain? How are you doing this morning? Appreciate you, brother. Morning, Dale. Welcome to the stream. New name. I don't believe I've seen you in chat before. Good to have you here, sir. So, for those that don't know, today's stream sponsored by Captain Kern. Captain sent me some PC parts to build this computer, so thank you, Captain. I don't have a logo or anything, or I'd put you up on stream. Like, just put your logo up there. No, but I really do appreciate it. Let's take a look at what we got going here. See how this camera's looking. Can't get the mana to connect to CAN bus. Are you trying to connect the Manta to CAN bus, or no, you're trying to use the Manta as a CAN bridge, right? I have no idea. I haven't gotten that far. That's as far as I got. I cut the top off the box so our addresses weren't showing. So the Manta won't show up on your CAN bus network. That's going to show up as, because it's USB to CAN bus. So your Manta is going to show up as just as if it was plugged in via USB. And then when you connect something to the high-low CAN bus out on that stuff will show up as on the CAN bus network. But speaking of problems, our Trident, I put that together yesterday and I cannot get it to run. I keep getting disconnects on the beacon. I've looked at the Clippy log. It is beacon that is disconnecting. So I'm going to try to make a new USB cable to hook up to the H36. I got the little ZH 1.5 connectors coming today anyway. So I'll make a new one of those and we'll see how it goes. Kegel, good morning. So this NZXT case was $30 over at Micro Center. Yeah, MCU communication errors. Huh. I'm not really sure. So it connects and then you just get communication errors afterwards. Sounds like you and I are fighting the same problem. I've done put a Pi 5 in the thing. It's still not working with the LEDs, so I disabled those. The whole thing's getting to be a bit of a shit show. I set it up so that when it's heating and stuff like that, the bed is way down 50 millimeters to not heat up the beacon as much. Like, I don't know. Anyway, so the thumbnail may be a little bit deceiving because this is not RGB, but that's okay. It's a shop computer. It doesn't need to have RGBs. The Ergoblades. This computer is going to be used on the Workbench. going to be used both as a rig for like slicing models and doing all that stuff, as well as doing streams from. So I think the stream's going to start to look a little bit more professional with the way I have it set up. It's not going to be so professional that, you know, whatever, but the stream's going to look a little bit better, I think. So let's get this down on the ground and unpackage it. Lots of foams. Yeah. I need 2 people. I'll take that in consideration. Yeah. That's what I did with mine last night. I tried running it this morning. After having changed it so that it lowers the bed more, but I've got some office desk chairs. Does that count? Got 3 of them out here. This packaging material is going to get real annoying real fast. I can see it. See it happening. All right. All right, that goes that way around. Excellent. Some instructions. A whole bunch of cardboards. Take that out to the trash later. I think I'm going to mainly use 185s. Do I lose 500 times 3 for having 3 of them out here? That could be real bad. I ain't printing shit right now because I don't have a printer freaking working that'll print them. So we got bubble wraps. The child unit will appreciate bubble wraps. Let's see what we got here. First up, we got MSI GPU. GeForce GTX. Trying to see if it says what it is. 1650. So that should work plenty well for our purposes. We got an AIO shield. Nice. Then we've got wires, so I'm assuming they're going to be attached to a power supply. They are attached to a power supply. 650 watt power spec, 80 plus bronze. So we got power supply unit. Yeah, we got compressed air in the shop, so we'll live it out. And then let's see, what do we got over here? Oh, we've got a stepper motor. I don't know if you know this or not, but if you include stepper motors in your PC, no, this, I want to experiment with using this like the rat rig V4 hybrid thing where it uses extra motors for Y assist. So no, don't worry about the cleaning. Don't worry about the cleaning. We got it. Martin, how's it going, sir? And we got, oh, look at this. Look at this. We got some Captain Kern's maker chips. And we got, want to stand up the cancer. So this is what we're going to do. We've got the display for maker chips. Yes, my maker chips in it. The little one insisted that I put one of mine in there. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get this. And we're going to add the captain. And we're going to add a stand up to cancer. Captain, I'm going to give you fair warning. My daughter's been using maker chips to play Pogs with. So there's a decent chance that one of your maker chips gets used as a slammer in a Pogs game. Just letting you know. Thank you, sir. They're pretty awesome maker chips. You use like the RGB co-extrusion filament on those. I like that. I really like that. Gotta get you one of mine. So we got 2 more slots before I gotta print another holder. We got some plastics. Is this just like to help for packaging? Protect it in the event of any drops or mishaps. And then we got a controller board. Gigabyte Z170 HD3P. All right, so we're going to look this up just so I have no, I don't want to set that up right now. I want to go over here. I want to go. I want to search for Gigabyte. GA dash Z170 dash HD3P. Got this thing loaded up with RAM. So got 4 sticks of Corsair Vengeance 8 gigabyte DDR4. Excellent. Now, the only thing I'm worried about, Captain, you can tell me this. No worries, Martin. Screws. It's an i7 7700K. There's 32 gigs in there, sir. There's 4 sticks of 8 gigabyte in there. So that's way more than 16 gigs of RAM. All right, open the back panel, you say. Excellent. Let's figure out how to open the front panel. That was easy. Yeah, corner protection. I don't see the screws. you tossed in a few screws, or you tossed in a few things of sticks of RAM. All right. This looks like it just pops off the same way. Excellent. I've never built a computer, so I don't know. Assuming that zip tie is not supposed to be in there. Not zip tie, but whatever. All right, so yeah, we got screws, we got zip ties. We got bits and bobs. No, we don't have, we do not have an LTT screwdriver. All right, so let's get the IO shield in here. So this looks like it's going to go like this from the inside. Good, good. And then let's take a look here. There's no mounting hole. Okay. Screw, 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 screw. All right. Perfect. Let's do this first. Let me move you all out of the way for a minute. You gotta do some cleanup. No worries. If I get too far in over my head and you're not in chat, I'll just call you. All right, let's get some air. All right, now we'll put this in. There we go. Now we'll bring you guys back over. Now, which one's for the standoffs? Get out our directions. Yes. All right. Tell me what size screws. Place controller here. Doesn't tell me which size screws. I guess I just guess at it. There's 6/32 and there's M3s. I'm gonna imagine that that's probably an M3, but I don't know. No, seems like that's probably a... Morning, Mike. How's it going? So that doesn't seem like it uses M3s. So 6/32 maybe. Let's see if this is right. Yep, that works. Now, M.2 drive. For that, we have a King spec 256 gig. Because it doesn't need to hold very much on this computer. Cheddar rice cakes. Now, what we need to figure out is one, how long is this thing? All right, that is in the right spot. Never been a rice cake fan. All right, seems like I'm gonna need to do these two for the graphics card Take them out. All right. Take these out. Put them's in there. Get our graphics card. Push that in there. All right. Looks like that's fully locked in. Get one of these here screws back out. Put it back in here to hold this GPU in place. I don't know why I always assumed GPU would have the fans and stuff on the top. All right. Seems like that's the end of the laying down procedures. F panel. Oh, these are fans. HD audio. Right, seems like this stuff's probably going to come through here. Now let's look at this. So SATA, PCI bridge. So USB go in here. HD audio F panel. I guess this has to go here. No. Shit, I don't know. We're gonna have to wait on Captain for that one. This pinout matches this for the audio. So actually, we're going to take this and we're going to bring that in from the bottom. This F panel, according to the thing, it gets plugged in here. But it doesn't really want to go there. So it looks like this fan gets plugged in here. It's 4 in a blank. That's 5. I guess the only way it fits in here is if it goes over here. Yes, I am. And this gets plugged in here. What else do we got? We've got a USB. There is no USB 3 header on here, it doesn't look like. Alright. So I don't know what to do with that. We'll just tuck it down in the back, I suppose. Unless... Let's go back up here. Yeah, it looks like there's just no place to plug in USB Type-C onto the motherboard. Unless I'm missing something. Coley, how's it going? So, it's Intel i7 7700, 1650 NVIDIA card, 32 gigs of RAM, and a 256 gig M.2 drive. Captain, are you here? Forgot to blow out the forgot to blow out the GPU. We've got it blown out now though, boys. Yikes. Hope your hand wasn't around that. Son had a impact socket blow apart on him. Sending my son a picture of the computer. All right. So now power supply time, I think. Other way. Let's blow out the power supply. Yeah, it's an ATX motherboard. I guess it's designed to take a bigger board than ATX. I don't know what's bigger than ATX, but the thing I need to know is if this board has Wi-Fi built in. MATX is bigger. I thought MATX was smaller. That's just my lack of knowledge. All right. So now to plug stuff in. This is a big chunker. I bet that goes to the motherboard. There's that. All right. PCIe. Hard drives. I don't have any hard drives in here, so we're just gonna disconnect this. So we don't have any hard drives. What's this say? Floppy. I don't have a floppy drive either. I guess PCIe goes to the GPU. Is that accurate? Because these are two 4-pins. TUV. Whatever that is. What goes, plugs in at the top? I'm confused. Penguin makers, how's it going? So here's what I've got. I've got two 4x pins. And then up at the top of this motherboard, right here, I've got an 8-pin, but it doesn't match the square and round. It does for the one, but it doesn't for the other. The other one is all 4 rounded, and this is square over rounded and rounded over square. Real quick, let me respond to this message. That's what I thought too, penguin makers, but all 4 of the one are rounded. So I don't want to put something in there that doesn't go in there, you know what I mean? See if I can find anything here in the manual. With the use of power connector to supply well, it seems right. It's all yellow wires across the top. Black wires across the bottom. Seems right. Just the pins aren't right on there. I don't know. We'll see if it fits. Does fit. Oh. All right. Not a whole lot I can do about this situation there. We got semi cable managed. Captain, questions for you real quick while you're here, bud. There's 4 pins at the top of the motherboard. The PSU, the pins don't exactly match for the rounded and squared on the one side. But it looks like they're all 12 volt because they're all yellow wires, so it's all in the right spot. And they plug in, just... And, is there Wi-Fi on this board, do you know? Also, the F panel plug is way smaller than the F panel plug on the motherboard. It's got a weird pinning thing. There's only one way it could actually fit in there and fit, but it doesn't use all the slots. Yeah, it does. All right, so I think I got everything right then. Let's get some little Ziploc bags so I can put these screws in them. Just mark off what's on here. JPP, how's it going, sir? All right. So, that is what we have. Now, I need to track down a power cord. I'm gonna have to borrow one off of a printer, I think. No, that's all right, man. I run over to Walmart and grab one. Again, if you missed it, shout out to Captain. He sent all the computer components for this. So big thanks to Captain for that. Very much appreciated. Now, I've never done this before, so y'all gonna have to bear with me. And maybe somebody can tell me. I've got one USB-C drive. Do I have some place to plug in said USB-C drive? So I gotta go get a copy of Windows. I think this will plug into the bottom of this. Yep. That's typically the way it goes, man. You just gotta kind of struggle through it a bit. New window. Let's go over here. I don't want to learn something new, Captain. We're just gonna do what I know. I've already got a server in there that's doing absolutely nothing because I don't know how to use Proxmox. All right, so Windows download for new PC. Install Windows. You'll need to download from Microsoft and use it to create a bootable USB drive. And you can boot from the USB drive on your new PC and follow the on-screen instructions. This is the best option for installing Windows on the device you're currently using. Now, let's just go over here to Microsoft. If you want to perform a reinstall or clean install of Windows on a newer user, use this option to download the media creation tool and bootable USB. Download now. Allow. Go over here to Finder. Desktop. Let's go. No. Here's system. Shit, man. Why is this not connecting? Fine. You never ran Windows on it? Network. This USB drive isn't showing up. All right, so I've got nothing on this. So do I need to like execute this here, or do I do that when I plug it into the new computer? Does anybody know? Okay, here we go. It's got some instructions. Good deal. Let's It won't let me run it on here. Seriously? All right. Okay. I'll get my Lenovo Apple out. Let's go to Windows download for new PC. Let's grab this USB stick. Oh, let's eject it first. Because it's a Mac, you gotta eject it. There we go. No, I'm not putting Linux on it. I don't know how to use Linux. I need this is just freaking work, man. I got enough things that don't work around here, like my Trident and my 2.4. No, which you bastard. Task manager. And task. Fucking Christ. Okay. Downloads. Do you want to allow this to run? Yes. All right, fine. Fine. How do I get Linux onto the thing? Y'all win. You happy? We'll do Linux. How do we do it? Gotta go this way, camera. Gotta go this way. Linux for PC. Do I use Mint or do I use Ubuntu? Okay, so Ubuntu. All right. Let's go over here to YouTube. So I can click on your links. Go to me. View my channel. Go here. Go here. Click pause. So do I want the LTS one? No, 2504. Do I want 2504 or 2404? What is LTS? Long-term support. $25.04. Okay. I don't want to subscribe to anything. I gotta find the plug for this. Hold on. Okay, now you want me to use Bellini etcher? I think I have it on here. Oh. Hold on, guys. I gotta take this call for a second. All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. That was a call to schedule me for my new spinal surgeon. Okay, so where are we at? We've got Bellini Etcher installed. We've got, did this finish downloading? We've got Ubuntu, the ISO. So flash from file, downloads, Ubuntu. Target is going to be this USB drive. And we're going to hit flash. All right. I think. Do I want to allow that? Yes. Fucker. If I didn't, why would I have done it? All right. Let's clean up a few things. Move this over here, over here. Let's see. Do I have a power cord? I might have one. I might not. I can't remember. Looking like the answer to that question is a hard no. She said no. So I have one in the hardware drawer for some reason. Nope, nope, nope. All right, so what did I just put a power cord on? I just put a power cord on something. Okay. Let me exit off of this because you guys don't need to see that. That's my personal calendar. No, no, power cord, computer power cord. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go to this. We're gonna get off of Windows. We're gonna go over here to CR10. Oh, I know what it was. Stay right here. 1 second, please. All right, we've got a power cord. I used it on an old VGA monitor that actually I might be able to use as a second monitor on this. It's just hooked up to the server in there, and it doesn't need it normally. I'm gonna need to use it for I'm gonna put TrueNAS scale on it or Unraid. Rather than Proxmox. We're at 43% on that flashing. Let's get this out of the way. Put this stuff all in a Ziploc bag. These are the extra power things from that power supply. Screws. The case for this SSD in case it doesn't work and it's got to go back to Amazon. Got to go get a monitor. One moment. I got to go get the monitor. All right. What did you say? TrueNAS scale, Raspbian on the Pis for the printers, and now Ubuntu on the desktop. Welcome to the club. Yeah, I run Open Media Vault on on my Raspberry Pi NAS. I wanted to do Proxmox on whatchamacallit, but I couldn't get anybody to teach me how to do it. So that kind of was a fail. All right. Need to move this stuff so I can get a keyboard and mouse. You guys can't see any of this, and I will remedy that momentarily. Bear with me. All right, so get you guys back over here. Let's just get you a general view of the garage. How's that? Does that work? Thumbs up in chat if that works. We're at 91%. It's a slow morning for viewership. I knew it might be a bit of a risk on asking people to watch a computer build on a 3D printing channel, but here we are anyway. Balance a whole bunch of spools precariously. All right, here's a keyboard. And here's a mouse. Hey, that's always good. I appreciate you, JPP. A little bit of projects in Dad's garage and a cup of coffee. What more you need in life? That's what's up. I appreciate y'all. All right, so we got a mouse. We got a keyboard. Let's go plug these in. Man, I could go for a freaking monster right now. Yeah, Mountain Dew's what I got right this second. We need more of it, though. I think I might switch to lemonade. Have you guys tried Simply Limeade? It's the same company that makes like the Simply Lemonade. They've got limeade. Yeah, they got orange juice and all that stuff, but their Simply Limeade, man, is fantastic. High in tannins, though, man. You could drink an entire bottle of it and still be thirsty. It makes your mouth dry. I keep threatening to pour tequila in it. Some lemonade. All right, it's validating. You'd like scurvy? Oh my Jesus. Turn our monitor on. I got this monitor for this setup. It was my center monitor. Because I needed something that would connect via USB-C. And then I got a hell of a deal on this 34-inch curved 2K monitor. Like, it's a fucking nice monitor. Something went wrong. If it's a compressed image, please check the archive is not corrupted. The writer processed it and unexpectedly. Retry. Let's see if it just didn't have an issue. All right, so we're gonna plug this into do I plug this in now or do I boot this and then plug this in? Plug it in first. All right. Plug it in. Hope for we got nothing. Oh, I got to turn on the power supply. Like, what? All right, turn on the power supply. Bearded printer, how's it going? All right, now she's moving. Fans are turning. All three of them in the front. CPU cooler's turning. Got lights up on the keyboard. Fans on the GPU are turning. I don't know what it's doing, folks. I don't know, my buttons aren't doing anything. Let's see. Oh, here we are. Go with English. Next. Seems right. No Wi-Fi. Okay. Here's where things get squirrely. I'm gonna have to run Ethernet over here. Bear with me for a minute. I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be right back. Melissa, how's it going? Bearded printer, I really need a printer, another printer, one that works. Be great. All right, I'm back. All right, we gotta get up here and get a switch. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna die trying to get through all this shit over there. All right. So, let's see. We've got some unmanaged switches. I need one of those. I need an Ethernet cable. Throw that around, that's good. No, it's Cat 6. Cat 6A. I bought a spool, 250 feet of it to run all the Ethernet in the house. And then I stole another 250 feet off of the install guys. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, screwdriver. All right, let's get another screw because I just dropped that one. What's the measurements on this? .95 millimeters. Holy cow. There we go. One TP-Link box installed. Yeah, builders are kind of bad about it. So I just redid everything because I had an Eero system, but I've got fiber is on this back pole. It runs across, runs down the house, runs in through the front into the basement. Then I got it routed over, comes up in the living room, next to the stairs that go upstairs. I got a server rack there, comes into there to the modem. Then I've got Unify USG4. I need to update that to Cloud Gateway Ultra or something. I got Cloud Key Plus in there. Unify 8-port PoE switch, MikroTik 24-port switch. And then that goes out. We've got wires run out to the garage for an AP, an access point out here. I got wire run up to the second floor for an access point up there. And I've got an access point right there on the wall above where the server rack is. And then that runs, I've got a wire that runs all the way out here to an 8-port PoE Unify switch here. I've got one that runs over to a 5-port Unify switch behind the TV in the living room. I got my NAS in there. I've got my Pi NAS in there, and I've got my server in there in that server rack. And I've got my desk with my gaming laptop and everything. I'd love to get a UDM Pro. I just don't have $350. There's a link in the description for tips, though. You can send me it. I'm kidding. No, Cloud Gateway Ultra is probably about as much as I'm going to be able to afford. I'd love to get the, what is it, the Max, or... because the Ultra is actually the low end, and then there's a Max, and the fiber is the top one. All right, so this has got to get plugged in. Okay, that's plugged in. Now, I'm gonna unplug this. This is the CR10. Plug that in here. Where's that little one I just had? Jumper from, yeah, I'm daisy chaining a whole bunch of switches here. Comes from the 8-port switch in the rack out to this 8-port into this 8-port unmanaged switch. But what you're going to do is what it is. All right, now I'll route this around up the ceiling and do a drop from the ceiling to this workbench. I might even put this last 8-port switch I have over here on it in case I need to like plug in printers or something, but that's what we got for now. Use wired connection. All right. An update is available for this installer. Update to the latest version for improved reliability and more features. Update now. Close installer. English. Next. 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 Interactive install. Default selection. Install recommended proprietary software. Install video drivers, download and install support for additional media. Yep. How do you want to install Ubuntu? Erase disk and install Ubuntu. No encryption. All right. We're going to go over here to chat. And I'm going to make this login stuff. All right, so now it's installing. Yeah, it's getting a little warm out there. I'm actually beating the outside temperature in the garage right now. It's fantastic. It's only 82 in here and it's 87 outside. All right, so we got one more 8-port unmanaged switch. And I'm gonna mount this to the back of the back of the workbench here. That way I've got ports to plug in if I need to do a pie or something. No. It's all right, Captain. I was going to run Ethernet over to this bench eventually anyway. I appreciate it, though. So I've got 2 computers on Windows. one computer on Mac, one computer on Linux, and one computer on Proxmox, soon to be. They're going to do unraid, because then I can take the drives that I've got with the Open Media Vault. I can take those drives and I can use them on that unraid system and reclaim a Pi 4 8 gig for another project. Nice, nice. Running fiber out there. Oh, you're rewiring the house. A box of Cat 6. Yeah. All right, so we need our measurer. Zero and 95. That's going to need to be down lower. Two fiber to the switches in the house, one to run to the workshop. Nice. What internet speed do you have running to your house, Captain? I have half gig up and down. They offer up to 7 gig here. I'm going to need a bigger power strip. Let's see, what do we got? So, switch, monitor, computer, fracs, second monitor, and a printer. No, I think we'll be all right. All right, what do we got going on over here? Installed and ready for use. I don't ever saturate 1 gig, I mean half gig, and I run a lot of crap at once. That was weird. So currently, there's this new computer, my Mac, which is streaming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 iPads, 4 phones, 4 TVs. 2 of those are 4K. And then all the printers push out 1080p footage out to the net on Octo Everywhere. Plus they're, you know, inside the house on the network. And I don't ever saturate the 500. It gets up into the 375 to 425 range, but for down, up I never get more than like maybe 150 to 200 up. All right. Restart to complete installation or continue testing. I'm gonna just do restart now. All right, so remove the installation flash drive. And then press enter. It's doing things and stuff. Think it's safe to put the panels back on the computer? Thought it was booted into the OS. Next. No. Open App Center. Let's find Discord. Install. Let's All right, we're back. It's installing. It says there's been a software update. Might as well install it now. With the password. Goodness gracious. I think we're good with the panels. It's working and stuff. Yikes, knocking over the iPad. We're about to pull up chat on the iPad. Restart now. Let's pull up chat over here. OBS. I don't know what's going on. Why is it not working? What do I find? Show apps. Terminal. All right. Syntax error. I don't know what. There's no actual code on here.
Daddy, can you make me a slow down?
After I'm done, Zip. After I'm done. What am I missing, guys? How am I supposed to do this? All right, now I think we got somewhere. Where's terminal at? Terminal. Okay, now I need to restart my system. Power. Power. Restart. All right. I don't know about you, but I feel like we've made progress. It is fast. I don't know how to check everything. Like, I know on Windows, you know, I can go into Task Manager and figure out, you know, what all's connected and everything. I don't know how to do that on here. All right. System monitor. Says there's 8 cores. Says there's 16 gigs of memory. Processes, file system. Go back over here and go to OBS. Install. If it's doing anything or not. Oh, it's doing something. Install. Yeah, okay, it's two. So it said 2x4. I thought that was like what was on each stick. That's my bad. $16 gigs is plenty. Plenty. Open. Okay, we'll set this up later. Let's go over here to Orca. Install. I can't click that link on here. I don't have chat up on this computer. I just have chat up on my other stuff. So JPP, this is where what we were talking about yesterday comes in handy. Bamboo Labs, X1 Carbon. Orca Arena X1 Carbon. What's that? Reality CR10. Don't have any of those. Voron 350. Voron Trident 300. Switchwire V0. Next. All. Next. Next. Install network plugin. Monster number 3. I don't understand. Oh yeah, I appreciate you dropping the link. I just wasn't able to click it. I must say, I am pretty proud of myself on building this computer today. Again, shout out, big thanks to Captain Kern for providing all the computer internals. Is it faster on Linux? I bet it's going to be way faster on this computer than any of my other ones. I don't know, the Mac is really fast. The Mac is really fast. I can't complain about that one. Everything's faster on Linux. All right, we're going to look away. Yeah. Yeah, give me a minute here. All right, we're back. We're back to it. Yes, import all that stuff. All right. Let me get the child unit her chocolate chip ice cream. I don't think we got chocolate chip ice cream, but I'm gonna look anyway. Oh, we did mint chocolate chip ice cream. Look at that. She's rarely ever wrong about things when she says it. Zero. There's zero in there. Hold on one second. All right. Made your wife happy getting stuff out of the house? Yeah. Well, I owe quite a few of you favors in the future. Actually, I think I have a Walmart lasagna in there. Freezer was completely fucking empty up until a couple days ago. All right, so here we go. Let's see. We go to prepare. There's all my filaments, all my printers. And Orc Slicer crashed. That's interesting. All right, Orca Slicer. Pair, switchwire, device. Why does it keep crashing? Why does the Orca Slicer keep crashing, folks? Chicken nuggets that are older than you. Yeah, I did. I rebooted it. We can restart it again, though. How do I update the NVIDIA drivers? That NVIDIA app on there did not have like a place to install the latest drivers and stuff. Let's see. Go to site. I'd install the one with 123 downloads, the green one. It looks like that would be a more secure option. This is what JPP's decide which one of these he wants to do. So after stream, the next layer posted up a video on that new snap maker that we were talking about the other day. I sent him a message. I was like, really excited to see that video. See what you think about it. He's like, I'm not saying anything. I was like, no, I'm waiting for the video. Yeah, I do the enclosed one. It looks more secure. Just don't print it out of like metal filament or anything. What are you waiting on for tomorrow, Havoc? All right, let's see. Let's try launching Orca Slicer again. Prepare. It just freaking crashes. Why? Says I can't open that. And why is Orca Slicer just crashing? 16 series. 1650. Linux 64-bit, English, download type. ABS neon UV orange. I like that. What do I have printed around here? Oh, this air hockey table is printed in that. Let's go back over here to this one. So this is printed in it. It's got a weird color when it's done, when it's not under UV. Under UV, it's freaking amazing. It's kind of hard to see in the daytime, but under UV light, it's pretty sick. The fuck, man? Why is this not working? What do I got to do to run this? What do I got to do to run this fucking shit? This is... Alright, I'm starting to get pissed. All right, Captain. I see your whatchamacallit. All right, let me see if I can get Discord to run. What do you think the chances are? All right, there we go. We're logged in now to Discord. I don't understand why Orca won't stay running. Terminal. Why can't I move things around? There we go. When I click on this link, it's not giving me anything. There we go. Now it's downloading. Fucking Christ. All right, so in terminal, do .NVIDIA Linux. So is this right, Captain? I've got in .NVIDIA Linux x86 64 that I run in the downloads folder. Do I include that run in the downloads folder in the command line in terminal? Can't read anything on my monitor. So CD. And then I'm going to do permission denied. Copy. Paste. Mike, mine too. How in the world do I reformat this stupid thing so I can use it again? Nope. Syntax error near unexpected token. Oh well. It looks like it's got drivers, so it's fucking whatever at this point. The thing that I'm worried more about is it's the fact that Orcus crashes every time I try to open it. All right, that says it's done. It still crashes. Do I need to reboot this? Dun 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 dun. All right, we're back up. Let's try this again. It was working fine at first. Nope. Yeah, no problem, man. I appreciate everything. I'll try to install it again. Sent me a link earlier. I'm gonna try that link for Orca. See if it's different. Yeah, worst comes to worst, we throw Windows on it and call it a day. But an Orca slicer now. It seemed to be okay until I did the Bamboo Labs plugin. I wonder if that didn't screw us up. I'm wondering if it trying to connect to Bamboo servers is causing an issue. Let's go over here. Let's go to GitHub. Orca Slicer profiles. Download zip. Go over here. Go to downloads. Go to file. Import. Import configs. Downloads. File. Import configs. Fill. Current presets. There's all that. Why do I not have all my filaments? If I go over here, are they all there? They are all there. All right, so I'm gonna have to just adjust those. All right. So I can take care of that. Now, if I go over here to switch wire, I just got to put in the information. All right, looks like as long as I don't run the Bamboo Network plugin, we're fine. Which is kind of odd, but whatever. You make do. Yeah. So, thank you all for your help. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to Captain again for all of his help and for all the stuff that went into this thing. Yeah. It's awesome. We're gonna do some configuring, mount that monitor. Pretty sure I have a mount that I had for over here, a wall mount thing, so I can mount it on the extrusions, I think. And then run that wire a little bit better, get cameras set up, and then we'll have streaming from over there. So that'll be nice. Yeah. If you haven't already, hit that like button. I appreciate all the likes. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. You can get notifications for when I go live. And hang out and chat with folks. We talk about some interesting stuff in there from time to time. And share what you're doing. If you're buying some Polymaker filament, there's an affiliate link in the description. Give me a couple kickbacks on that. It doesn't cost you anymore. Everybody has one. Choose who you want to support. You know, whatever. Other links for supporting are down there too. We might be back later working on this 2.4. I gotta make another USB cable for the beacon, try to see if it helps. I don't know. Something's got to give. I need printers to work. I've got stuff I have to print. Anyway, have a good one, y'all. Later.